Hello all and welcome to this AWS tutorial. In our tutorial today, we will learn how to connect to a Linux EC2 instance if you lose your private key. Steps and initial setup for this tutorial. First, we will launch two Amazon Linux 2 T2 Micro EC2 instances with public IP enabled. While we are launching these instances, we need to ensure that both these instances use different AWS key pairs. We also need to ensure that port 22 is enabled for SSH on both these instances. After that, we will name one of the instances as original instance and its attached root EBS volume as original volume. And we will name the second instance as temp instance and its attached root EBS volume as temp volume. So let us go ahead and now complete these steps. So this is my AWS console. I'll go ahead and click on launch instance. And we are going to use free tier. So this is Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Click on select. We will choose T2 Micro. Click on next. Ensure that over here you enable public IP, right? And click on next. This is where our root device is going to be loaded. So /dev/xvda. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And I've created this notepad over here where I'm going to store all my instance details. This is where my root volume for original instances. I'm basically launching my original instance right now. Okay, click on next. Click on next security group. Now, if you have an existing security group, go ahead and use that, but ensure that that group has port 22 enabled. If not, go ahead and create a new security group. In my case, I have an existing group EC2SG, and that has port 22 enabled. Now, it has other ports as well, but for this particular tutorial, all that we need is port 22, okay? So this group actually does the job for me. Click on next over here. And we will go ahead and click on launch. Now over here, we have to select our key pair. So for this particular instance, I'm going to select AWS key pair. This is the name of my key pair as the key pair for this particular instance. Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge and then click on launch instances. Remember that this is the key pair for this instance. So launch instances, and our instance is currently being launched. So let me just put the name of the key pair over here. It was AWS key pair. And this particular instance should have a public IP. This is the public IP right there. And we are going to name this instance as original instance. So let's go over here and put its name right there. Now, if you scroll down, right over here, we go a little bit on the top. You will see that the root device has been attached, and this is where the root device is attached. If you click on that, this is the EBS volume. Click on that, and this is the attached EBS volume. So we will go over here and we will name this as original volume. Okay, so these are our original instance and our original volume. So we've actually launched the first instance. Now we will go back and we will create another instance, right? So we launch another instance over here. Again, free tier, Amazon Linux 2, T2 Micro, enable the public IP, next. Remember that the root device is being loaded here. You want to just copy it and paste it right there. It's the same, I guess, as the original instance. Okay, click on next, security group. I'm going to use the same one. Again, ensure that it has port 22 enabled. Review and launch, launch. Now, when we are launching the second instance, remember that we have to use a different key pair. So for original instance, this was my key pair. But for the temp instance, I'm going to use AWS key pair -NV. Okay, so this is the key pair. acknowledge and launch instances. Okay, so our instance is currently being launched and this is its public IP. So let's copy that and we will paste it right there. And the key pair was AWS key pair -NV. So these are our original instance and our temp instance details, right? And we have to go ahead and now rename this. So we're going to rename this as temp instance. Okay. Say yes. And then if you scroll down over here, this is where the root device is. Click on that. This is the EBS volume. Click on that. And we will go over here and rename this as temp volume. Okay, so both our instances are now up and running right here. Okay. So for this particular tutorial, what we will do is we will assume that we have lost the private key of our original instance, right? So this is a scenario that we are creating. So for this original instance, we have lost its private key, right? Now, what will we do? How will we connect to this particular instance? We need to do something about it, right? Because there is no way that we can get this key back. Okay, so let's continue further ahead. So the next set of steps is, the first thing that we will do is we will go ahead and stop our original EC2 instance. So I'm going to go back and this is my original instance. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to basically stop this instance. Okay, so original instance is currently being stopped. Fine. So we've completed this step. The next thing that we will do is we will detach the root original volume from the original instance. Okay. So if I go back to my volumes, remember we had renamed our volumes as original and temp. So if I refresh this, it is going to show me that both of them are currently in use. Okay, refresh this. Okay, this is the original volume right there. And it is currently, as you see, associated to original instance right here at the bottom. You see that original instance where my mouse is, it is attached to it. So what we need to do is we need to go to actions and we need to detach this volume and say yes. So now the original volume is being detached from the original instance. And click on refresh. And now you see it is not attached to anything. Its state is available. It's not in use anymore. So basically we have completed this step. The next thing that we need to do is we need to attach this original volume to the temp instance. Okay. So we go over here, we go to actions, we say attach volume. But remember that we have to attach this to our temp instance. Our temp instance is the instance that is running. So this is our temp instance. Okay. Don't worry where it is going to attach this particular volume to which device, etc. Okay. This is just a temp name and it also mentions it over here that once it is attached, then we will know what is the actual name of this particular device. I'm going to go ahead and attach it now. And click on refresh and see it's attaching over here, right here. If you see, it is attached now to our temp instance. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to copy our .ssh authorized keys from our temp volume to our original volume. And for us to do that, we will have to go ahead and SSH into our temp instance. Okay, so go back over here. This is our running instances. This is our temp instance. Okay, these are my AWS key pairs. And this is my key pair for temp instance. I'm going to putty into it. My IP address for my temp instance is right here. So I'm going to copy this, paste it right there. I'm going to increase the font so that you can see clearly. Right? And then we are going to basically SSH into this temp instance. And remember that we use this particular private key pair, right? So it's AWS key pair -NV. Click on open. Say yes, and we are going to log in as EC2 user. So there you go. We are currently authenticating with our AWS key pair NB, and we are logged in right now. So we have basically logged in. So now the intention is to have this particular file copied. So how do we go about doing that, right? The first thing is we want to know what all different devices have been attached to this instance, and the command for that is lsblk. So let's go back over here and say lsblk. So over here you see that we have this particular root device right here. The mount point is right at the root. And we have another volume that is attached, but it is not mounted yet. So there are two disks, as you see. This is disk 1 right here, right? This is the original root volume, and it is mounted right at XVDA1. And this is the next root volume that we just attached to it, right? And this is not yet mounted. So this is our original volume of our original instance. Okay, and we need to go ahead and mount this particular volume. Now, when we are mounting it, remember it showed us a different device name, etc. But this is the actual device where it is mounted. It is XVDF1. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a temporary directory, and then we need to go ahead and mount this device, right, on this temporary directory. So these are the two steps for that, right? And for me to be able to copy it, I have actually copied right here. So I'm going to go ahead and create this directory. So this directory has been created. And now we will go ahead and mount this particular device, that is, remember, our original volume, to this directory that we just created, right? So we'll mount it right here, and it is mounted successfully. So we have completed the first 3 steps. The next thing that we do is we will copy the .ssh/authorized keys from our temp volume, that is the volume of our temporary instance, right, to our original volume, that is the volume of our original instance. Okay, so we have to basically just copy this file over. So when we copy the file over, all the information of its private key, etc., basically the public key actually in this case, okay, will be copied over to this volume. Remember that what you're doing over here essentially is basically copying the SSH keys from your temp volume, okay, of your temp instance, to the original volume that you have temporarily associated to this instance. I hope that I am clear. Okay, so it's a simple copy command. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And in my case, it's the same user, right? So it was EC2 user over there as well as an EC2 user over here as well on both the instances. But if you have different users, and you will have to ensure that you take care of that. Okay, that kind of just complicates that a little bit more. I'm just trying to keep this simple at this time. So this is the command to copy the file over. Okay, and finally what we will do is we will go and basically see the permissions of that particular file. Okay, so if you see, this is right here. Okay, it's an EC2 user. We have, I think, this one file right there. It's all EC2 user. This, I believe, is a group ID if I'm not wrong. And this is the authorized key file. So it's been copied over. Okay, as I said, in my case, it's the same EC2 user, so I'm good. And finally, what we will do is we will go ahead and unmount this particular volume, which was our original volume that was mounted over here in a temporary directory. Okay, so we have completed all of these steps. So in short, what we have done is we took the original volume, we connected it to our temp instance, we mounted it over there, right? We copied the authorized keys file over from our temp volume to our original volume, right? And finally, we unmounted the original volume. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and now detach the original volume from the temp instance. So for that, we will have to go here and basically go back to volumes. And this is the original volume right there. If you see, it's connected to the temp instance, and we will have to go ahead and detach it now. So go ahead and detach this volume, say yes. And let's refresh this. And it should be detached in a bit. It is detaching right now, and it is now available. So it's not connected to any instance. Okay, so we have successfully detached it. And now we will go and reattach this volume to our original instance. But what you need to keep in mind is when you're reattaching it, remember that this was the root volume of the original instance. So ensure that it is attached as the root volume. Okay, so let us see how we do that. Okay, so we have our original volume, and we have to go back and click on attach volume. Over here, we will select our original instance, which is stopped. Now over here, remember that this has to be attached as the root volume. Okay, so if I go back on the top, for our original instance, the root volume was loaded, was attached to this particular device right there. So go ahead and copy that and then paste it right here. Okay, and then click on attach. So now it's working and it is being attached. So now if you see right here at the bottom, it is attached to our original instance. Okay, so now time to go back to EC2 dashboard, go to running instances, and our original instance is currently stopped. So the next thing that we will do is we will start our original instance, okay, and we will SSH or connect to our original instance, but this time using the key pair of our temp instance, that was the AWS key pair hyphen NV. Okay, so this is the step that we are trying to perform. Okay, so let me go ahead and say instance state stopped. This is my original instance, and as you see, the public IP has gone, but we should have our root device attached right here. We will go ahead and start this instance. So let's start it. And shortly it should be in a running state, right? Okay, so let's wait for a little bit. Okay, refresh. Okay, our original instance is currently running. And if I scroll up, this is its new public IP. So copy that. Okay, this is the new IP. And we will now SSH leveraging this IP address. Okay, so let's go back to PuTTY. Paste it right there, port 22, appearance. I'm going to change the font size. And let's just go ahead and change the background color so we know which one is which one. Add to custom colors. Okay. Okay, so we have basically changed our private key. Okay, remember we lost our private key. So we need to go ahead and now use our new private key right here. Remember that this instance was launched using the AWS key pair. We have lost it and there was no way for us to connect. We have changed it. So let's see if this is successful, if the change of key pair was successful or not. Click on open. Click on yes, and we will log in as EC2-user. And there you go. We have successfully changed our AWS key pair. Now the new key pair for this particular instance is AWS key pair hyphen NV. Okay, so I hope that this particular tutorial was helpful. So in case you want to change your key pair or you have lost your key pair, this is one of the easy ways to get it changed. Of course, in my case, it was much more simpler. I had the same user, right? But if you have different users, then it gets a little more complicated. And of course, you have to take care of that. So with that, guys, I will see you shortly in some other tutorial. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.